Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Fluent Forge. It was a cool evening in the busy streets of Lahore. Ahmed, a 20-year-old college student, was walking back from his English class. He held his notebook tightly, but his face showed worry. He had been learning English for months. His grammar was okay, vocabulary good, and he understood most sentences. But there was one big problem. He was afraid to speak. He always felt that people would laugh, he might make a mistake, he might forget a word, or he might pronounce something wrong. I can write English. I can understand English. But I just can't speak. He said this to himself every day. 1. Ahmed's first challenge. One day his teacher, Miss Sarah, gave a simple task in class. Everyone will stand for 1 minute and introduce themselves in English. When Ahmed's turn came, his heart began to pound. His hands were sweaty. He stood up, but his tongue froze. My name. I am. A few boys in the back giggled. Ahmed's face turned red and he quickly sat down. Miss Sarah looked at him kindly. Ahmed, don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes show that you are learning. Try again tomorrow. But after class, Ahmed whispered to himself, I can never speak English. This is not for me. 2. The unexpected meeting. The next day, Ahmed sat in a park looking sad. An elderly man passing by noticed and asked, Son, why do you look worried? Ahmed shared his problem. The old man smiled and said, When I was learning English, I realized something important. Confidence comes from doing, not from thinking. You think too much and speak too little. Ahmed listened carefully. The man continued, Fear is just an illusion. If you stand in front of a mirror and talk in English for 5 minutes every day, you will see a big change in just 1 week. These words touched Ahmed's heart. He decided, From today, I will speak without fear even if I make mistakes. 3. A new journey begins. That evening he stood in front of a mirror and said, I can speak English. I am confident. I am improving every day. At first his sentences were broken, his voice shaky, his mind confused. But he did not stop. He made one rule. 5 minutes daily, non-stop talking. About anything. The weather. His plans. His classes. Or even imaginary stories. Slowly his tongue loosened. For the first breakthrough. One day a foreign guest came to Ahmed's home. Everyone was nervous about who would talk to him. Ahmed's uncle said, I'll try to speak even if my English is broken. A spark lit inside Ahmed. He thought, let me try. I've been practicing. What's the worst that can happen? The guest smiled and said, Hi. How are you? Without thinking, Ahmed replied, Hello. I am good. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. The same words that once terrified him now came out smoothly. It was a short conversation, but for Ahmed it felt like climbing a mountain. He felt proud. For the first time he believed, I can speak English. 5. Miss Sarah's special challenge. Next week in class, Miss Sarah gave a new challenge. Everyone will give a 2-minute English presentation without paper. The class started whispering nervously. Ahmed felt a little fear too, but he was not the same Ahmed anymore. When his name was called, he took a deep breath and said, Today I want to talk about confidence in speaking English. His voice trembled at first, but he continued. Confidence is not about being perfect. It is about trying again and again. If you speak every day, you will see improvement. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. The class fell silent, listening carefully. This was the same boy who couldn't even say his name last week. When he finished, Miss Sarah started clapping. Excellent, Ahmed. This is real confidence. Ahmed's eyes filled with happy tears. 6. Friends want to know the secret. After class, his friends came to him. Bro Ahmed, this was amazing. Tell us, how did you become so confident? Ahmed smiled and said, I kept my fear aside. I talked to myself every day. I stopped worrying about people. And I accepted that mistakes are normal. 7. Ahmed makes a new promise. Ahmed made a commitment. I will speak English every day no matter what. Walking, sitting, cooking, traveling. He kept speaking. Little phrases became his daily practice. I am improving day by day. I am not afraid anymore. I can express myself clearly. I will speak confidently. These sentences became his daily motivation. 8. The big achievement. A few months later, Ahmed's college announced an English-speaking competition. Miss Sarah encouraged him. You must participate. At first he hesitated. This is a big competition. Maybe I'm not ready. But then he remembered his journey, his mirror practice, his first breakthrough, and the old man's advice. He told himself, if not now, then when? He entered the competition. His topic was how to overcome the fear of speaking English. Ahmed spoke confidently. He shared real experiences, emotions, struggles, and solutions. His voice was clear. His message was strong. When results were announced, Ahmed won second place. But for him this was bigger than a first place trophy, because he had defeated his fear. 9. Ahmed's message, speak without fear. Today Ahmed helps others build confidence too. He teaches 3 simple rules. Rule 1. Practice 5 minutes daily. Speak out loud. To yourself. In front of a mirror. Anywhere. Rule 2. Treat mistakes as friends. Mistake equals growth. Rule 3. Stop caring about people's opinions. Everyone is busy with their own life. Nobody is counting your errors. 10. The ending, or the beginning. Ahmed's story is not just his story. It belongs to everyone who wants to speak English but feels afraid. If Ahmed can change, you can change too. If he can speak, you can speak. Just take the first step. Not tomorrow. Today. This confidence is built, not born. You can speak English, just start speaking.